Welcome to the Chemistry 20 Science 10 Review Workspace. So if you've never used a Hapara workspace before, this is in general what it should look like for you. Now, one thing to note is that you may or may not see all of these cards available to you. So cards are essentially these little sections that I have laid out here, and depending on what your teacher will release to you will depend on what cards you may see at a specific time. Now, more than likely, there will be a chance that you will see only one section at a time, and you must complete that section prior to being released the next section of lessons or assignments. So what I've done is I've tried to organize this workspace as best as I can to make it easy to follow through. Because there is a chance you may see all of these cards at once, I wanted it to be easy to comprehend as to what you need to go through and in what order. So to begin, I have a first little card here that is indicated by a orange light bulb. Now, anything that you see in this workspace that's indicated by an orange light bulb is general information to the workspace or to the unit. It doesn't have a specific section that it belongs to. So this is our Science 10 Chemistry Review. This is just intended to give you a little bit of information about the workspace and about this unit. I also have linked here this YouTube playlist that has all the videos that are relevant to the chemistry review unit. Okay, now I would recommend to go through these videos as they appear in this workspace. So you'll notice as you sort of scroll down, there's different videos linked in, and I suggest watching them in this order rather than going to the YouTube playlist and watching them all at once. That just makes sure that you're keeping on top of things and you're making sure you're secure or sure with that information before moving on to any assignment. Now, there will also be this video linked into this card here that you'll be able to watch at any time if you forget how to go through this workspace. Now, in general, any document that's indicated as a PDF document, you'll more than likely need to print that document off, complete it, and then resubmit it to your teacher. Now, depending on what the agreement is with you and your teacher, you may be released this key, or you might mark it as a class, or your teacher might mark it for you. Depending on what it is, that key is posted as well. Again, that may or may not be released to you depending on what your teacher decides for that. If you do see a blue Google document indicator by this document that's linked into these cards, you can edit that document digitally. One thing I do recommend for Chemistry 20 as well as Chemistry 30 is that many of these documents kind of need to be printed out because there is a drawing aspect, and writing out chemical equations with lots of superscripts and subscripts in them can kind of be challenging on a digital format, and it might be easier to write it out with a pen or a pencil. So as you go through it, everything should be indicated per their section by a different color and symbol. So for example, this green star indicates anything that is involved with this main section or goal. So I have the Wemyss and atomic theory as a main section or a goal, and then there's a lesson, assignments, and their keys that fit in all into that section. As you go down, you'll notice that the other section is indicated and other sections indicated by this blue earth. As you go through, you'll see all corresponding content to that blue earth. Similarly, with the purple flag, you'll see that it's all connected to the purple flag, and our red diamond again indicates any assignments or lessons, including that red diamond. All right, so that should be how you go through this workspace. Just a reminder that as you go through the workspace, you should always be checking back to your course map to ensure that you have been following along with your course map simultaneously to your workspace. This will just ensure that you haven't missed any assignments or labs as you continue through the workspace. So if we jump over to your map, your course map for Chemistry 20, you'll see that I've tried to indicate any of our symbols that I have in our workspace. So you'll see here on a workspace we have our Wemyss and atomic theory symbol as the green star. I've tried to indicate that green star simultaneously in this course map so that you can follow along pretty simply as you go through, so it makes a lot of sense going through this content into your course map as well as your workspace. So I think it's all laid out pretty easily. If you do have troubles, you might be able to ask your teacher for help as you go through. And good luck with this first unit in Chemistry 20, the Science 10 Review Unit.